When God's people were led by King Saul, they faced a massive battle that terrified them all. The soldiers were terrified, and the camp was in chaos, and they were waiting for someone to step up and save them. For the champion of the Philistines had just been declared, and none of them could match him. Goliath was a giant.
He was fierce and strong, ready for battle with bronze weapons. He stepped down and shouted, "Day and night, send someone down here, someone strong enough to fight!" But Saul and his army could only tremble. In fear of the strength of his armor and the size of his spear, no one dared to face.
A giant as great as him, no one could save them because no one could win. Meanwhile, David, a shepherd boy living nearby, whose older brothers had left him to join the front lines. Being the youngest of 8 brothers, he was out in the fields until his father told him to bring them a meal. He heard Goliath's loud roar when he arrived and faced the crowd terrified of war. "Look, our God lives, and this battle is his. So who does this giant think he is?" He went to the king and said, "I will go and fight." But Saul couldn't look past the issue of height. "He has been fighting since he was a youth, while you are just a boy." Saul was certain that this meant he would soon be destroyed, but David was different. Despite all odds, he knew that. No giant is greater than God. The soldiers around him watched in amazement as David refused Saul's own armor and sword. Bare and alone, he looked like he was walking to his death, but he truly believed in a God who could deliver. As they lined up for battle, both started to size each other up. Goliath was cursing, so David declared, "My God does not save us with a spear or with a sword. My God is almighty. The battle is the Lord's." Then he quickly rushed forward. Holding only a stone, he had learned how to fight while protecting his flock. He slung the stone high into Goliath's giant head. It cracked and he fell down. Goliath was dead. The army surged forward with shouts and cheers. The battle was over, their savior was here, and even though they just stood there in fear and worry, now they shared in a victory they didn't deserve, because David fought for them and won for all of them, and this is incredibly a hero that will captivate us because he points us to Jesus, who stepped up to fight. He defeated every evil thing to make everything right. Bare and alone, Jesus went to the grave, and the God who can deliver. And even though we are like an anxious and frightened army, we can share in a victory that we do not deserve, because Jesus fought for us, the Savior we need. He defeated all evil, that is indeed.